how that game went for you and what it means for the team obviously moving forward?
I'd say it definitely was a pretty big game for us. I know coming off of Harvard, we didn't start out that game the way we wanted. So we had a nice third period, though. So I think we built some momentum and really had just a shift in our mentality, like realizing like we can do this and we can build off of this and have a good start. So going into Dartmouth, I think giving up a goal right at the end of the first, there was like a couple ways we could take that. We could kind of have like laid down after that, but we knew in our locker room like, no, we know that we can do this and we really want to keep going and push through this. So I think everybody stepped up and we just had like a really positive mentality in our locker room. So we were able to get that change and finish strong and get the victory. So
you had a pretty good offensive game yourself, but where did your scoring come from?
I think just getting the puck on net. We've been talking about that a lot all season, just getting shots. I think we've had quite a few games where sometimes we struggle in that category. So I think out shooting a team and just getting the puck on net and really supporting each other in the offensive zone, we'll get some opportunities going. So I think that worked really well for us this weekend.
How daunting of a challenge do you guys face the last 4 games? Three of the teams you're going to be facing have pretty much already clinched the first round bye. I mean, it's like the top of the standings.
I think we see that as like a challenge we're really excited for. Like personally, and I can speak for the rest of the team too, there's like no other way we'd rather wrap this up. I think it's really awesome to like know we can throw a wrench in some of these teams' seasons and really like go out with some really solid games and a lot of good competition. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think we're just really excited for it. Like this is like the hockey that we all came here and really want to play, like these top teams and the tough competitions. So we're very excited for it.
What are the 2 teams you guys are playing this weekend? What do they do well? What you've seen so far?
Princeton and Quinnipiac, they have a lot of size, move the puck pretty well. They get a lot of shots and just solid all around. So I would say with that, we just need to make sure we keep our feet moving and play off of like what we're good at too, which is like speed, moving the puck around pretty well and being really supportive, just being solid all around and following our system. So I think if we stick to that, it'll be really fun games for sure, and I know we can, so it'll be a good weekend.
How bad did you guys just need a W last week, no matter how you got it?
It felt really good. So I think that was another part of it, knowing like we've been building up to this. We've been working, especially this last part of the season, we've been working hard this whole time, and I think just going into this, we knew we needed this and we could get it. So I think finally seeing all of the hard work pay off for everybody in the locker room, like looking around, seeing everybody's faces, it was worth it. It was really fun.
Would you say you and the rest of the freshman class have kind of started to settle in now as this season has progressed?
Yeah. I think I know it was really exciting to see. I think Maya was the last one to get her first goal, so having everybody starting to produce more and show up on the stats too was pretty fun for all of us. And I think just knowing that we're all filling different roles, being moved around wherever that needs to be, and just knowing that we're contributing in some way, it's a lot of fun. So I think we're all just really loving it here.
Daunting of a little micro schedule do you guys face in the last 4 games here?
Yeah, I think, 3 of the 4 teams we face are top 10 teams in the country, so exciting. A challenge for our group, and I think, as it always has been for our group, I think it's more about big picture for our group and trying to carry some momentum into the off-season, even if we're not going to be a playoff hockey team. And, we're trying to build our group to understand how to play against top teams and how to achieve success against those top teams. And it's about continuing to get better. So our program needs to compete against these teams and learn how to compete every day against teams like Princeton, the Colgates, the Cornells, in order to become a long-term playoff team and someone that has success long-term.
In general, in women's D1 hockey, how big is the gap between the haves and the have-nots? A lot of people look at Connecticut and basketball, for instance. I mean, how much is that kind of mirrored in hockey, if at all?
I think what you see is you'll definitely see a lot of teams in women's hockey right now at the top that are doing a great job of sustaining that success. The Minnesotas, the Wisconsins, the Clarksons, those teams are continuing to enjoy success every year, and whether that be through recruiting, whether that be through development, whatever they're doing, it's working consistently every year. But I think with our game too, I think that the other teams are becoming much better as well. And I think the talent pool is becoming bigger in terms of recruits. There's more of a volume of better players, so the best players are still going to those programs potentially, but other programs are getting great players as well now too, and I think you're starting to see that gap start to close. If you look at within our league, this year you still see kind of a top-heavy league with those top 4 teams probably being pretty good in terms of points, in terms of national rankings as well. But I'll tell you, on any given night, especially in our league, any team can beat any team. And I think to me that's exciting. And I think that gap is steadily closing. So we're hoping here in the next couple of years that we can continue to recruit athletes, that will come in here and continue to close that gap for us and allow us to be a competitive playoff team.
How do you stay competitive on the recruiting front against all? Granted, if there is a bigger talent pool, that'll help a little bit. But what are you going to try to sell to get kids? I would think playing time would be one of them.
Yeah, I think playing time. I think opportunity is a big one here. We want kids that are passionate. Kids that make hockey a big time priority. And I think from our perspective, I think it's just selling a vision of opportunity. And we've been really lucky to kind of be in the same building as a men's program that's won a national championship as well, right? And I think when young female student athletes come in here, they see the success that they've had, and they understand what kind of position our program is in. And it's a great opportunity for them. We want kids that want to come in here and take a program to a level that it's never been at. And that's what we're selling to kids. And we believe it. We're going to work as coaches to develop and train our athletes to make sure that they get better. And, it's a long-term project for us. It's going to take years to get to where we want to get. And we're not close to where we need to be just yet, obviously. But, we believe in the kids that are committed here, the kids that we're recruiting. And we want to see this thing through because I think this is a place you can definitely win at for sure.
From a small picture standpoint, how much did the kids need one last weekend just to kind of get rewarded for whatever they believe they were doing?
Yeah, I think it was exciting. It was fun to see the group dancing in the locker room after the game, just to have them feel that win. I think we always talk about process over product, but I think anytime that you go that long of a stretch without winning or seeing that type of result, the group definitely needed that. And I think that was good. Whether we make playoffs, whether we don't make playoffs, it doesn't really matter. I think they needed to feel that win and get some reward for their hard work and their commitment in terms of what they were doing, especially against a team like Dartmouth there.
It's been pretty long gaps between drinks of water for this team. Did you see at this late in the season any signs of just getting down or frustrated or discouraged?
Yeah, you see some of that at times, and I think that's stuff that we're trying to navigate. And I think it's just about trying to keep that passion and joy at all times. And like I've always said, I think our team does a good job of coming to practice, and they want to work hard, they want to get better, they do skills throughout the week. They're continuing to get better, and they have a positive mindset with it, and that's an expectation and a standard that we have from day one every season. So that result, I think, helped our group quite a bit. You could feel it in practice this week so far, and I'm hoping it'll give us a little extra life going into a top opponent on Friday like Princeton.